So we have our opening picks and bans. Opening bans from Secret were Mirana and the IO.
5 seconds remaining.
Bans from Team Spirit were Earthshaker and Tiny. Tiny, I believe, is going to be banned a lot. That seems to be the general consensus among much of the Dota community that Tiny safe lane is just bonkers. It has everything that you need. It has a massive stat gain, plus 4 strength each level. I mean, it doesn't have plus any agility, but I mean, it gets the armor from Grow, it gets the movement speed, gets the damage increases. The talents are insane. Once you hit that timing with the AC and the Shard, and some other initial items, you know, whether you want to go for more the Echo Saber or the Blink Dagger, or if you want to go into that Shadow Blade, Silver Edge, you know, it just hits buildings really hard. It hits heroes really hard. It does physical damage. It does magical damage. It's just something that teams are going to not want to deal with. And particularly, I think teams that are probably a little bit more on the outskirts. You know, Team Secret is a big team. They're a team that is known to be in among the top teams. They are probably considered the top team for much of the last few years. I mean, OG's won 2 TIs, but you know, let's not talk about Secret's TI curse. Whereas OG lift at TI, Secret tend to fall.
Dire team ban.
So our opening picks, we have a Weaver and a Tusk for Team Spirit. One might even think that that's a support Weaver. Seems to be quite popular at the moment. I would doubt it's going to be a core Tusk. But they're going to be looking to partner that Tusk up with something for the tag team. Tag team, of course, one of the strongest level 1 abilities. Particularly when you can partner it up with another melee hero and just beat on someone. Weaver, quite evasive. Very hard to lock down, and once you do get that Ags on the Weaver, it becomes one of the better saving heroes in the game. Monkey King and Quap for Team Secret. This early Quap pick seems to be a bit of a flex recently, to sort of either run it as support or run it as core, particularly this second pick Quap. So I'd be interested to see if Secret want to run that as a support. At the moment, my initial feeling is that they do.
Radiant team ban.
But we'll just see how the draft turns out. The Monkey King, ironically, has also been a bit of a flex pick and has been run as support as well. I mean, the tree jump into a Boundless Strike is pretty much just, you know, uncounterable to get that initiation, and then you can follow up with whatever it is that you want to go in with, whether it be a Quap Orchid or some other Blink initiation. So we see the Beastmaster and the Void have been banned out. Team Spirit just looking to get rid of some of the circles, doesn't want more circles on circles with the Faceless Void. And the Beastmaster, obviously, very strong with the Mask of the Overlord. On Team Secret side, they banned out the Lina and the Evoker and the Venge. Core Venge is particularly strong. You get that Ags, you focus the Venge down, and you know what? The Venge is just back. He's ready to go again. He's ready for round 2. And people are getting slowly better at playing against it. But, you know, there's something about casting spells on an illusion and committing to kill an illusion that you've already cast a bunch of spells on killing. Particularly in the midst of a team fight where there's other heroes that are still very much alive. It feels bad. It feels bad to continue casting spells on that Vengeful Spirit illusion. So Team Secret going to ban that one out.
Dire team's turn to pick.
A Naga ban. Don't want to get hit with the illusion span. Bane picked up for Team Spirit. Bane has been quite strong in lane since the pure damage buff to the Nightmare. So he's able to trade again quite well in lane, which is where Bane always did excel.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see what Team Secret come out with here. They're going to go into their reserve time. At the moment, I think they're still looking for some cores. Potentially one of the Quap or Monkey King is core. I think one of them probably have to be. I don't think they're going to pick their 2 supports
Radiant
off the
team's
bat.
turn to pick.
And there's the Ogre. I'd expect Ogre to be a support that looks like a puppy hero, unless they're going to run it with Zai in the off lane. Zai sometimes plays these unconventional off laners that are needed in the draft. Well, what is this draft now? We're looking at a Nature's Prophet. That's typically a POS 3. Typically an off-lane hero. Yeah, TI hype. Absolutely. Let's get excited. We've been waiting 2 years for this. So we got Nature's Prophet in the off-lane. Looks like we're looking like we have a POS 5 Ogre. Quap, Nature's Prophet. I'm not so sure about that lane. No stun. Be quite weak against a Weaver. I mean, you do have the Sprout later on, which is quite good against the Weaver, but not early. You don't want to level that Sprout up. Storm Spirit. What do they have against the Storm Spirit? I mean, there's a Boundless Strike and there's a Fire Blast. And if this Quap isn't core, there's not going to be an Orchid coming out quick enough to deal with the Storm before he gets something to deal with it, such as a BKB or a Yules. So we're now looking at the bans coming through in the final phase. Sven's been banned out. Secret thinking that Team Spirit are still looking for that POS 1 hero. They don't think it's a POS 1 Weaver. And I'd agree with that logic at the moment. At the moment, Team Secret's draft looks like just a canvas of flex picks. Like, if you're Team Spirit right now, what do you think they're still looking for? It could be a POS 1 Monkey King. It could be a POS 2 Quap, a POS 3 Nature's Prophet, and a 5 Ogre. Maybe that's what they went for. They went to ban out the Earth Spirit. So perhaps they thought Secret was still looking for a POS 4, something with a bit of catch, a bit of control, and against the Storm, that Earth Spirit would have been quite deadly. You know, spirits often counter other spirits. It sort of depends on who gets the initiation. 36 seconds left in reserve time for Secret. 19 seconds left for Spirit. And they end up banning out the Troll. So they banned out the Sven and the Troll as the last 2 bans. Very strong late game carries, and carries that can farm quite quickly early on. Troll takes a little bit longer than the Sven.
10 seconds remaining.
I think they're going to ban another 4 here.
5 seconds remaining.
Possibly, some sort of roaming 4 with a stun. I mean, they've already picked up the Tusk, a Rubik. There you go. That was the sort of hero they didn't want to... That's what they think that Secret... They're going all in on these bans that they're looking for a POS 4 here. I mean, it is against Yapzor. You probably don't want to give this man his Rubik. You know, we thought we could counter it, right? I'm not sure you can counter Yapzor Rubik. Particularly when there's Weaver. Weaver's a good game. Bane's good for Rubik. And they do go for the POS 1 last, the Phantom Lancer. So that's going to be a Matumba Man Phantom Lancer. Which means that the rest of the draft comes together a little more. I mean, this meta is, I'm just going to define as the definition of greed. You look at that draft and there's a lot of greed in that draft. Nature's Prophet needs farm. Monkey King needs some farm. Quap needs farm. Ogre is not going to have any farm priority. Last pick coming out from Spirit though, it's going to be a POS 1, and it's the Bloodseeker.
Choose your hero.
So it looks like Bloodseeker coming for Team Spirit. Yatora is going to pick up that Bloodseeker on the POS 1 position. POS 1 position. Position 1 position. Puppy's going to be on the Ogre. It is going to be a mid-quap, a 4 Monkey, and a 3 Nature's Prophet. Meanwhile, we have the mid-storm, Safe Lane, Bloodseeker. We have Collapse on the off-lane Tusk. And Maposhka is going to be picking up that POS 5 Bane with a 4 Weaver. That 4 Weaver is going to be looking to rush that Aghanim's Scepter to try and get some saves for his team. Okay, we're all set to go. So looking at the two drafts, the Bloodseeker is very good against the Phantom Lancer. Being able to, if they can isolate that, the one real Lancer in amongst the group, in amongst the illusions, you can definitely hold that Phantom Lancer in place. Late game though, not so much. You get the heart on the Lancer, you get the Doppelganger level 25, and you're pretty evasive, even with evasive and tanky, even with that Rupture on you. I'm not sold on this POS 4 Weaver currently. I think if you're going to go for a POS 4 Weaver, that you want to save someone who can really make a big difference in the fight. And who is he looking to save? Certainly not, I would think, the... Certainly not the Tusk. Are we in game yet? No, we're still about to go in. It's like the teams are just getting themselves organised. And the Weaver is going to try and save the Bloodseeker, or the Storm. A save on the Storm with a lot committed can turn the fight around. If you think about spells committed to kill the Storm, you get that Weaver save on the Storm and he can turn around with the BKB and pretty much have free reign after the initiation's already been blown. That's probably the biggest play they're looking for with that Weaver. I mean, if you can save the Bloodseeker, all the more as well, if you can get that BKB off and go to work, but the Storm's going to have more of an immediate impact. Thinking about the timings of these two drafts, Bloodseeker wants to be able to hit creeps for a little bit, but he also wants to fight pretty regularly with the Rupture. So does Storm. He does not really cooldown dependent. Same with the Tusk, same with the Weaver. Bane, apart from Fiend's Group, is not really cooldown dependent. So we're looking at a team that's pretty fast paced. And if we look up at Secret's team there, we do have some big ultimates. We do have the Wrath of Nature, the Sonic Wave, the Wukong's Command, all fairly long cooldown ultimates. Now, I mean long cooldown ultimates, not massively long cooldown ultimates. They're just longer compared to what Team Secret is bringing to the table, which is very quick, very fast paced, particularly with this POS 3 Tusk. This POS 3 Tusk, it's a bit of a risk. Tusk doesn't really farm. He doesn't have a way to hit creeps. He's doesn't have a natural acceleration mechanism. He really accelerates by getting kills. And I think Team Secret are just going to be far too good to give Tusk those kills early. Particularly when you've got a POS 4 Weaver. What's Weaver going to do? You can't really set up for the Tusk. He's going to throw the bug out, give a little bit of minus armor so that Tusk ult hits that little bit harder. Which team do I want to win? I'm just casting the game. I don't have a bias here. I'm looking at Team Secret and Team Spirit, and I just want to see some good Dota. I'm excited for TI. I'm hyped. I'm keen to play. I'm not keen to play. I'm keen to watch. And I just want to get into it.
Let the fighting recommence.
We got the predictions here. Let's quickly do those.
No blood for you.
Okay, and get rid of that, so we don't have to see that anymore. Just make sure our settings are good. We don't have any thing coming out. So, heading out, we do have Puppy on the side of Secret on his Ogre, heading out with Orb of Venom, 6 tangos, and a Sentry Ward, looking to try and win that Sentry Ward battle on the camps. We have Yapsaw heading out in Monkey King form, looking to do some early scouting with that quick movement speed, 380, drops an Obs Ward. Not your typical Obs Ward for level 1. Nisha on the Quap, going to be heading to the mid lane. Got the Fairy Fire ready for some outplays. Zai, of course, is sitting in base, summoning those treants, and one of those treants gets stuck on the cliff. So he's only going to have one treant going out initially. And of course, we have Matumba Man on the PL. Over on the side of Team Spirit, they're invading the jungle a little bit. We have the Bane, played by Maposhka. Treant's going to scout them out a little bit. Yataro is on the Bloodseeker, POS 1. We have Toronto Tokyo playing the mid Storm. Offlane Tusk, and POS 4 Weaver played by Mira. Okay. Let's just head over, check out the runes.
This ain't no snowball
And they're
fight.
going to chase them away. And it looks like it's going to be 2 runes each. Okay. If we could just tuck that away for us.
So much blood.
Quap's going to start with the level 1 Scream of Pain. I mean, this mid lane is going to be a bit to see who can outplay one or the other. Storm does have the high ground ward here, giving him just a slight bit of an advantage. Secret choosing to use their 2 wards more in the side lanes. At top, we have the Monkey King with the level 1 Tree Dance, looking to try and give a little bit of vision, play the camps game, wants to try and deny him, and he cuts the tree. Maposhka gets it down. I missed the first blood at bottom. My bad. But it looks like the Ogre Magi goes down. Monkey King looks like he's going to get outplayed by the Bane, and he does. That pure damage coming out from the Bane at level 1 with the Nightmare, and it was enough. Looking back bottom, Puppy's going to look to bully them out a little more. He just overdid what he could do last time. Looking back at mid, Nisha, we need to secure those last hits and just bully the Storm a little bit and get the range creep as well. At top, we have that Monkey King once again tree dancing around. That cost him his life last time. Zai should be doing a-okay with the treants, with the attack animation on the Nature's Prophet. He's going to be able to get those last hits in front of the Bloodseeker quite well, and give him a little bit to think about. Miposhka, body blocking. Yapsaw, he turns back around, he's still only level 1. Treant's there for support. The Courier's coming in, Courier turns around. Saves the Courier. Bottom, Ignite comes out. Puppy is now level 2. He's got the level 1 in Fire Blast. Matumba Man, he wants to farm. He wants to hit the creeps. Let's get up our last hits and denies. Let's see who's leading. Storm with the most. Closely followed, or PL now, and then Storm and the Quap. All fairly even at the top of the net worth lead. Bottom though, Puppy, Collapse. Matumba Man's going in for a hit. Out comes the urn. Very early urn. And Matumba Man's going to fall as well, under the tower. I don't think Matumba Man anticipated that at all. They just had a lot of damage. More than what he thought they had. Mid lane though, Storm has been forced back to base. That's going to give some space to Nisha at mid. Out comes the Bloodright. And the stun, he's faking it out. He holds onto it this time. Still no points in Jingu Mastery. It's really more of a carry build up. Just to secure the last hit there, the deny. And Bane's gone off to get that pull camp out and pull it around. Looks like Toronto Tokyo is going to get the bounty rune. Going to take some camps in the jungle and the triangle. Meanwhile, Yapsaw is just drawing their attention a little bit, keeping it off the Nature's Prophet, not wanting to apply too much pressure there. Also while soaking a little bit of XP. Meanwhile, bottom, we have the lanes being manipulated a little bit. Matumba Man's just trying to hold those creeps for a little bit longer so he can get the deny on that range creep. Mira's going to try and secure it with the Shikuchi. He's going to go for it. No, he isn't. Deny will be given. In the river, Yapsaw and Miposhka going at it again. They seem to just be tit for tat the entire early game. Sal being popped on Yapsaw. He's going to heal back up. Water Rune being fought over. Nisha blinks in. He's got 3 levels in Dagger. He's really prioritized winning this lane. But here comes Miposhka coming over with a rotation. It is daytime. It is daytime. The creeps are going to see him. Meanwhile, top, Zai and Yatoro getting a little bit close, saying hello to each other, making sure they both know that each other are there. But for the most part, Team Spirit with a good early game. They have a small net worth lead up for the kills, but for the 4 deaths that Secret have, they're not that far behind. After all, this is Team Secret. They know how to play the map. They know how to get the most out of the lanes. And a little bit of overextension here on Mira. The Weaver is going to have Sakuchi in a moment. He's going to turn around and do a little bit of hitting. A little bit more harass. Meanwhile, Yapsaw. He's jumping around the river. He's monkeying about. He just wants to see if there's stacks here. He sees a couple of stacks. He scouts them out. And Miposhka's doing a little bit of hiding. Bottom. Puppy dies again. Didn't anticipate that one to happen. Thought this lane had sort of gone fairly static. Meanwhile, mid lane, Yapsaw's looking for the stun. He's gonna come in. Nature Prophet TP's in as well. Sonic Wave and Storm Spirit will fall. Weaver and the Bane have come in for a bit of a rotation, see if they can get some retribution kills. But Yapsaw, he's going to TP. And he gets out. Just in the nick of time. And Zai, he'll just walk it off. He'll walk away. Bottom lane, Tumberman farming. Catapult Wave has been dealt with pretty much. The Catapult's going to be dead. And Collapse at the moment is doing well. He's feeling good. He's got the power trades. He's got the Blightstone. Got the double gauntlets. He's looking like he's playing and pretty happy with how the way the lane has started. Nisha using that Sonic Wave to get some early game value. He doesn't really want to play too aggressive. There are 3 heroes hanging around mid. Bane. Weaver's got an invis and is heading bottom. Meanwhile, Zai just doing a little bit of farming in the jungle. Bane sleeps self to delay a little bit, but it's only going to delay. Meanwhile, bottom. Puppy goes down on the Ogre. But Tumberman can't really do much to save him. He has gone for the 2 levels in the Lance, just trying to get a little more out of the lane instead of going for the max Phantom Rush, which is better for farming going into the jungle. Okay, they're just scouting a little bit. But Tumberman's got to be careful here. Collapse is level 6. He's got the Walrus Punch back up. Tumberman is quite low. He has got the 9 stick charges. I mean, low in mana rather. He got the 9 stick charges if he needs to use a doppelganger to get out. They're just waiting. Here we go. They're going in. And easy doppelganger out. And he was just waiting for that Tumberman. He knew it was going to be coming at some stage. Meanwhile, a little bit of pressure to mid. In comes the TP from behind. Finds Maposhka. Blink in from Quap. Dagger. Monkey King's here as well. And this tower looks like it might be going down. Here comes the Rupture. But Zai, he TP's away. No, he doesn't. Vortex in from Storm. And they give the kill to Toronto Tokyo. Meanwhile, chasing down Puppy. But has he gone too far? Niche is here. And the Sonic Wave blows him up. Meanwhile, Collapse is getting a little bit of free time bottom. Pressure on the tower. He's going to farm up this jungle camp as well with the neutrals. With the creep wave. The Tumberman has moved top. He's felt that bottom is a little dangerous. With Bloodseeker using Rupture, he's safe for the next 30 seconds or so. Rupture has got a rather small cooldown. And Yapsor looks to be keeping an eye on him.
Much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Finds that Obs Ward. Meanwhile, Maposhka getting the stacks up. Storm's going to want to be taking those stacks. Triple stacks here in Zell. Maybe even Bloodseeker might take them. But Secret are making a movement top. Yapsor scouting out. He's got the level 2 Boundless Strike ready to go. Treants pressuring the tower. Glyph comes out. Tumberman's joined the push. He wants to get a little bit involved. He is. Probably one of the stronger members on their team in terms of net worth currently. In fact, let's switch over to net worth. He is 3rd on the net worth chart. But while they were taking that tier 1, Team Spirit cleared out the stacks and took the tier 1 bottom. So Team Spirit still with that net worth lead, feeling a little bit better about the game at the moment. Does Secret have stacks? Not in the triangle. Do they have them in their jungle? No, 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 no. No stacks here either. So Secret just falling a little bit behind on the economy game. On the movement around the map. Not something you'd typically think. Storm being obviously very efficient. And Bloodseeker at clearing those stacks. Both scans used in top jungle. Both teams are going to find nothing. I think this Yapsor desperately wants, Yapsor Monkey King desperately wants some levels. He's level 4. He's starting to feel perhaps a little behind. Oh, he's just taken the book. So he has taken the book and he's up to level 6. They see the Weaver. They know he's there. Jumping, hunting, drops the obs. Just to get a little more vision. He's going to see him now. But Weaver sees him as well, dropping the wards. They find the Weaver with the Orchid reveal, and Weaver is gone. And they are going to look to deny the mid-tier 1. It is going to be denied by Team Spirit. Toronto Tokyo still farming in the jungle. He's got the Orchid. He hasn't managed to make anything of it yet. He's looking to get those treads. Wants the treads, wants the Orchid. Maybe then he feels strong enough to go in for a bit of a solo pick-off. But Tumberman though, double Blade of Alacrity, close to the Fusel Blade. If you're going to Fusel, you want to fight early. He wants to join in. I think he recognises that Team Spirit has a fast-paced lineup. He wants to be able to join his team. He wants to be able to provide a bit of damage early. If he goes for a greedy build, Team Spirit might just run over Secret before he ever gets online. Bloodseeker with the Maelstrom. Good farming item, good fighting item. Does both.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Puppy just looking to get control of the jungle with the sentries. At the moment the game's slowed down just a little bit. Just a little bit we've slowed down.
Dire's top tower?
At top we have Collapse. Just moving around. Yapsaw is close. Same with Matumba Man. Are they looking to make a play? No. Just keeping tabs. Meanwhile, our Weaver is actually going to be looking to get a Yules. So he's not rushing the Axe. He's going for the Spirit Vessel into the Yules. I guess he wants to be able to live through the Orchid coming out from the Quap. And perhaps the Atos coming out from the Nature's Prophet. We do have a bit of a catch top though. Easy kill on the Monkey King. Monkey King can scout pretty safely, but if he keeps jumping around in places that he shouldn't be, he's eventually going to get caught by some vision, and it's an easy zip in by Storm or roll in by the Tusk to catch him out. Even the bugs from the Weaver can do enough just to hold him in position, not let him jump away. Pop's looking, playing up a little forward here. Storm does have the Orchid, but he's in the jungle, looking for that next item. Moving past the Rosh Pit, Yapsaw scouting. Nisha coming through on the Quap. Zipping, rolling, bounding. And the fight's in the back line. Wukon's command coming out. Nisha drops the Sonic Wave. He's living, he blinks out. Toronto Tokyo, he's committing hard to try and get to him, and he does get the kill. Meanwhile though, does he have enough mana? He's TPing and he's away. Fairly even trade at the end of the day. Mid dying on Secret, while the Pos 3 and 4 die on Team Spirit. Team Secret are starting to claw back that net worth. And the tree cut again. Maposhka with the Quelling Blade and the zip in. Yapsaw just pushing the limits a little too far. Maposhka is just very quick on this Quelling Blade, catching him at least twice, maybe even 3 times so far in this game, leading to kills. Storm with the Kaya. He didn't end up going for the Orchid, so he's decided to go for the Kaya and Sand. Wants to be a little more damage, wants to be a little more tanky. I mean, that Kaya certainly helped him out in that last fight. Going to get the Illusion Rune. This deep ward here, really giving a lot of information to Team Spirit about Team Secret's movement. Positive for Team Secret is they still have this tier 1 tower almost at full health. Meanwhile, Team Spirit lost their tier 1 a long time ago. So they have had not much map control. Considering they lost the tier 1 top as well, Secret has got much more control over the top river and Roshan area. And that's how they're starting to wrestle back that net worth. By having control over that area. Having a safe jungle protected by your tier 1 towers. Meanwhile, for Team Spirit to invade the triangle, they have to go a long way away from their towers. A long way away from safety. Support cannot come in. That's going to have to be a deep smoke. So that way Secret is slowly getting in on top. But it looks like they might be getting together for a move now. Bloodseeker's coming over. Is there a smoke? No smokes. Just gathering together. Maybe they felt like Secret was smoking and just wanted to play it safe. Yapsaw going for the Rod of Atos. Hasn't put any points in Jingle Mastery. Not even the 1 value point. I guess he realizes he's not really hitting. He's jumping and he's stunning. And maybe throwing out a Wukon's command. But he's not really getting in the thick of it. He wants to hang on the peripheries. He wants to stay alive. And he wants to offer a little bit of control for his team. By way of vision and by way of stun. The smoke's coming through though from Team Spirit. Moving silently. Shh, quiet, quiet. They're coming through. Moving through the jungle. Doesn't look like they're going to find anything on this particular movement. They will get the Observer Ward. Easy gold. And they really do want this tier 1 mid. See how this tier 1 is stopping that smoke movement. They just can't get into the triangle of Secret. To do so, they'd have to go through this narrow section here. And that's just fraught with danger. They do want to take this tower. They're going to try and force the fight on Secret. Are Secret going to come? The Defusal and Yash are up on the PL. They're TPing in. Veil on Ogre. And just a little bit of show and it's enough to send them away. Meanwhile, top though, the Rat is out. Catapult with the Nature's Treants. It's going to be dealing damage. No one's coming to defend. This is quite a lot of damage. There's another creep wave coming in. The Catapult is going to die. But Secret are moving top. They've smoked. They think someone's going to come and defend. They're thinking someone's going to be here. No, they decide to just push. Nature's Prophet TP's back in. And they're going to show this tier 2 tower that they're not to be messed with. Meanwhile, Team Spirit are just loitering a little bit. They walk bottom, they walk back to mid, and at the end of the day, they lost a tier 2 and didn't even claim this tier 1 mid against Secret. Secret might come back and defend this. I think they want to. This is big map control. They're making their way across. Ogre's leading the way. They know their team's behind them. They're just trying to scare them off a little bit. Monkey scouting out, looking to start with the Boundless, but they're going to let them have it. They just threatened a little bit, seeing if Team Spirit really wanted to commit. And when they saw what they did, they said, okay, you can have it, Spirit. You can have this tier 1. We don't want to fight you right now. But, Puppy, is it a bait? In comes the Sonic Wave, Wukong's command. And Tusk goes down. Maposhka looks like he's going to get away on slow health. Toronto Tokyo is going to be safe as well. Puppy with the bait, knowing that his team was behind him, and now straight into the Roshan pit. They have the Treants. They're going to hit it. They're doing it actually quite quickly for 20 minutes in. And Team Spirit, they don't know what's up. They've used their scan, and this Roche is going to be gone before they even realise it. Matumba Man, Manta, Defusal, Treads, Wand, and Aegis. He's very strong. 20 minutes in, he's had time to farm. He's had time to hit creeps. Big man Matumba, he's just TPing in bottom. He knows they can't touch him. What are they going to do? In fact, they're going to throw the big ult. Now what? Now what? Now what? Maposhka, was that the plan? Yataro, he's going to be saved by the Tusk. And they scurry away. Meanwhile, mid though, he's going to have enough health and mana to zip away. But Secret are on the hunt. They find the Tusk. Tusk is rolling to one of the Treants, and the timing, he's going to get the blink out. But the Atos, followed through by the Nature's Prophet. The whip slows him down, and they're just going to chase down this Tusk, and they do manage to get him. And this is going to transition into a tier 2 push with the Catapult. Secret with their timings. They play Dota so well. They play Dota around timings, and they know what they need to do to win games. Look at this zip through. They're taking the Aegis, but this Catapult is still alive. Storm can't stop the wave. He can't do it. And this deep vision that Spirit had, not doing anything when Secret's on your side of the map. It's not going to help. Secret is on your side of the river. You've got vision on their side of the river. No one's playing there. Not when they're invading your triangle, invading your tier 2 area. So Secret go back. Maybe looking for this next items. We're looking for a shard on the Nature's Prophet. Puppy got all the items he wants for now. He's just going to look to control vision. Matumba Man, he's going in for the heart. Remember I said at the start of the game, if this Matumba Man PL can get to the stage where he has heart in reasonable fashion, then they're going to struggle to have the damage. Team Spirit's going to struggle to have the damage to bring him down. You saw what happened over here. You saw what happened. They Fiend's Gripped, they Blood Righted, and they didn't even kill the Aegis. Monkey King, look at this. He's trying to break the smoke. He knows the smoke is coming. He knows the smoke movement's here. He wants to break it. Just wants to stop that smoke from coming through. It runs out. They see it. Double stun. Orchid, Wukong's command, and 2 are gone. The 4 and 5 on Secret, and the Cause of Spirit are trying to get away, but in comes the TP from Nature's Prophet. And that TP looked like it was going to be successful, but the Sonic Wave just had enough. Just enough to get the kill before he gets out. I mean, Collapse has got to be upset with that death, because he really thinks he's getting out there. Yatoro, he's farming mid. Does he think he's safe? All of a sudden, an 8k net worth lead to Secret. What are they going to do about it? Team Spirit. They're posturing mid, posturing behind this Bloodseeker. He's got a BKB. They want to make some sort of movement with the BKB. Bloodseekers farming out, probably a little deep. In comes the zip, and they get it, but the stun from Monkey King, the follow-up behind, the damage reduction from the Ogre, but the Atos catches him. He's still got BKB, but he's caught. What's he going to do? The Greater Treant. It stops him from going anywhere. And he's just going to die. In comes the Nature's Prophet, and hit. Gone. The Greater Treant again. These Quelling Blades. The Quelling Blades. They've been countered. 1 countered. 2 countered. 3 countered. 4 countered. 4 Quelling Blades. All countered by this 1 shard. Entangles one of his hits. Sorry, not one. Causes the first 2 trees destroyed to sprout a Greater Treant. I mean, Toronto Tokyo is just doing his best to clear the waves, but they're already in the base. They're knocking on your racks, and the racks are down. The Greater Treants hurt. I mean, this damage reduction, the Fire Shield from the Ogre, that really seemed to make the Quap particularly tanky to that initiation from the Storm. Those first few hits from the Storm just didn't do enough. There wasn't the burst. And if they can't burst the Quap, how are they going to burst the PL? PL has almost the heart. 500 gold away from heart. He's going to get it pretty much off this wave. This wave and the jungle camps, maybe even 2 waves. He will have heart before the next fight. Sends his illusions, take the next wave. He's going to take these camps here. And heart's on the menu. Yapsor has the Atos. So many Atoses. I say so many Atoses. I really mean 1 Atos. No, 2 Atoses. I knew there was a second one. Zaya has the Atos as well.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
Spirit do have vision over this area. They see the illusion walking in. They're going to see the Monkey King jumping across if he jumps in this area. They know he's here. They know that Secret are on the hunt. Secret aren't even smoked. They're just coming through. They're claiming this jungle. This is our jungle. We're not even trying to hide it. Just go back to your fountain. You're not welcome here. Look, run away. This is our area. The Tumberman just walks up and claims the shrine without even Aegis. He has heart. And now they smoke. Now that they've asserted the dominance, they're now going to move into the triangle and claim what is left of Secret's farming space. Miposhka, and Miposhka is going to be silenced. He's going to be sonic waved, and Miposhka at this point is feeling very, very sad. He's got a Philosopher's Stone though, so you know I've been in that situation before. You're the POS 5, you die, but you got the stone, so you know what? Life isn't that bad. You sit there in your base and happily accumulate just a little more gold. But the top racks, the top tier 3, it's falling quickly. The Greater Treants are going to come out, and melee racks and the range racks are under siege. This is the same story as before. Oh no, they've caught him! They've caught the Storm! In the ball lightning! Toronto, Tokyo! Secret are just styling right now. Smoke comes up, but this is going to be playing off the back of a buyback from Toronto Tokyo. This is really it. This is all or nothing right now. The only hope is they don't have an Aegis on Secret, so there is potential for an outplay. They're smoking around behind. Maposhka's breaks. He doesn't want to find Puppy. That's the last one he wants to find. And he's just going to get killed by Nisha. Out comes the silencers, the roots, the buybacks. Bloodright, Wukon's command. Everyone's hitting. Buybacks on everybody. But Matumba Man has arrived. No more mana for you, Storm. Big bad Matumba Man. And just the illusions are forcing Team Spirit back to base. Secret, they're back onto the racks. They said, was that it? Was that all you have? Do you have more buybacks? Here it comes. This is everything. They're dumping everything into Matumba Man and he topples away. He's going to live. The illusions go back in. They've blown everything. Storm's going to go down. Same will Bane. Weaver too. Bloodseeker as well. And there's the GGs. Secret will claim Game 1 against Team Spirit.